I should have trusted my gut. My wife and I had been married for 5 years, and everything seemed perfect. Or so I thought. Recently, she started working late. Really late. She'd come home smelling of a new, expensive perfume one I'd never smelled on her before. When I asked about it, she'd just wave her hand and say, "Oh, it's just something a coworker. Let me try." You know how it is at the office. She insisted it was all just work, that they were pushing to meet a huge deadline. I wanted to believe her. I really did. But the late nights became more frequent, and the scent of that unfamiliar perfume lingered in our home, a constant reminder of my growing doubts. One evening, I decided I couldn't ignore the knot in my stomach any longer. She had called to say she was working late again. On a whim, I drove to her office building. The parking lot was nearly empty, and when I looked up at her floor, the windows were dark. My heart sank. Where was she? I called her phone, and she answered, her voice a little too bright, a little too cheerful. "Hey, honey, still buried in spreadsheets here," she said. The lie was so blatant, it felt like a punch to the gut. I didn't confront her right then. Instead, I drove home, the silence in the car deafening. I knew our marriage was standing on the edge of a cliff. The next day, I didn't go to work. I stayed home, waiting. When she left for her job, I followed her. She didn't go to her office. Instead, she drove to a fancy hotel on the other side of town. I watched from my car as she met a man in the lobby. He was tall, well-dressed, and he greeted her with a kiss that was anything but professional. They walked off together, hand in hand, and that's when my world shattered. The perfume wasn't from a coworker. It was for him. It was a scent to mark their secret life together. It's amazing how something as simple as a smell can unravel a world of lies. Sometimes the truth doesn't whisper. It arrives on a cloud of expensive perfume. Thanks for listening.